Hello and welcome to another D&D Tales. Today I'm going to be talking about a story that, well, there wasn't really ever a name to the story that the guy said, but I'm going to probably call it the Punch from the Punch of Gods, because that's pretty much all that happened in it. Well, to give you background, what's happening, I go around my friends for the third one of my Dungeons & Dragons club, but second one just a bit hard to explain what happened in it, so I thought I'd best leave it out. But if you want me to tell that, give me to talk about that, then I will. Just let me know in the comments. But so it's me, so it's me and the new guy, or the newest guy, who I'll call us by our names, D&D names actually. I was playing as a like chaotic evil paladin, who was like really like a mercenary, more like he was like in the king's army, but then he left, called Caesar, or it's actually pronounced Kaiser. And then it was the non-experienced D&D player, which was like his third game, fourth game. He was playing a character called Steve. The first thing I said to him in reply to that was, Steve, you know, anybody in the medieval ages, or Viking ages, is going to be called Steve, you know. You remember King Steve? Emperor Steve? Although there was, I think it was Henry the First's son was called King Stefano. So I was like, damn, I hope he doesn't remember that from history. But on with the tale. It's 2 minutes in now, maybe proper started. We're in this dwarven village when suddenly a bunch of broken paladins show up. Or I forgot to say, the more experienced player was DMing. And they look at us and they call us gypsies, and that's why they want to arrest us. I step forward and say, I have you know, I am a high-ranking officer in the king's army. How dare you insult me and call me a gypsy? If anything, he is, not me. And I was pointing to Steve. Steve then says, I'm actually just a trader, and he's my companion. He said, I would never just join you just because we're mercenaries. And then we started having like this argument, and the guards were just like looking at us like, are they actually doing this? Okay, it's a bit boring, I guess. But that goes for like probably 15 minutes we must have been doing it for. But then they just hit me on the back of the head, like try and knock me out. It doesn't work because their strength check failed, and I turn around. This is where the path of destruction starts, and my character has now become broken at the fact that he is so overpowered. I punch this guard. I punch this guard, and I get like a really good roll on it. And I'm like, yeah, I should punch for the rest of the game. That decision then made me pretty much in charge of what we were doing, just because of how strong my character then began. And I've never got such good rolls in all my life. How good this got. But anyway, we eventually get beaten up and taken to this excluded isle, just off of the kingdom, which is called Skyrigor. I can't remember how I got the name of that. I'm pretty sure I just wanted to make something like Skyrim, so I've been playing that a lot before I went to start making the Dungeons & Dragons scene. But when we're there, we decide we're going to make a breakout, and there's two prisoners in our cells, because we're in separate ones, and they made carvings on their backs of whereabouts they've tried to escape, and they've made like a map so we can see exactly what's going on. There are 2 guards waiting up by the door, and a load more up ahead. In order to make this breakout, we need to somehow get out, picklock the door, and then sneak around. Now, because I'm thing, because my character's got max strength, I destroy the, I punch, put my arm through the cell door, and then pull it down, and then rip off the cell door, and I then use it as a shield. Of course, this alerts all the guards, they run in. Then comes the punch from the gods. The guard has 47 health, I punch him, he then takes 33 health from a punch. That's more than my my opponent, and Steve, or the DM, whose name is Pug, has ever got with a sword, bow, whatever. That was the highest we've ever got. Got critical, confirmed crit, and then I rolled whatever it would have been to equal it. And I was like, yeah. He then was unconscious for 3 fighting rounds, or like 3 goes until it got back to me, like 3 times. So then 2 guards come in. I then decide to bust down a cell door, the other cell door. Steve gets out. He takes the bow, like the weapons and stuff, and the armor, and we both put it on. And then we kill the rest of the guys. And then one guy comes in with another guy right behind him. I pick up one of them and throw him straight into the other one, and it breaks the wall of how powerful it was. And by this point, the DM's just looking at me like, "How do you want to cause any more devastation to anybody?" And I was like, "Yeah, I reckon I probably could." He was like amazed, and so was the Steve, that how much I was doing. I hadn't even touched my sword, but I didn't have it anyway because it's like a crazy overpowered sword. But I then came to the point that, oh no, not so much. We then came out and we got to this kitchen looking for some supplies and stuff, and the guard that arrested us suddenly appeared out of the shadows and said that he was expecting us to get this far, and he some kind of we never got to the second part of this, but and to find out what this guy was. So I imagined he was some sort of sorcerer, but he wanted us to fight him. I was assuming he was like a Daedra or something. I didn't know if the guy had played Skyrim or not. I'll have to ask him. But anyway, they challenged this guy, and he's got 2 hobagons, which are apparently, I'm not too sure where he got this logic from, but found out this, but they're griffins or something, like griffins. So this guy's riding one, the other one's flying around, but we can't tell if he's actually on it or not. So then I kind of go a bit of an unfair route and say I have this gauntlet into like glove, which has like gems in it, which make it incredibly powerful. And I punch the hobagon in the neck. And there's like a 0 gravity room and there's lava beneath us. So I punch him, and this hobagon falls straight into the lava, and it kills it. How powerful the actual punch was. It didn't even need to touch the lava to cause any damage. The punch was enough to completely wipe it out. Anyway, but Steve was having like his own troubles on the other end, and he was like trying to shoot it, but he was kept on missing and stuff. And eventually we cornered the guy off. Then I got pushed really far back. The DM didn't want me coming anywhere near this boss battle because he knew I just finished it really quickly, I'm guessing. But then we kill the guy, and we're like, yeah, and then we turn back up. We suddenly go into this really dark place, and the gravity come back on. We touch this floor, we can't see anything. Then a light comes on, and we see this guy, and he says that you did not defeat me, for that was all an illusion. I then stand up, grab hold of the DM, push him into the wall, and say, "What are you talking about? We just went through all of that." This thing I may have told was quite short, but this was like an hour long. No, probably like 3 hours, which was like double what I would usually make a story. I said, there is way more to this than meets the eye. We then try and like go mad at him, and we probably shouldn't have done it, but I don't know if he's going to be the second part now, but it was just like, wow, we went through all of that and we accomplished nothing, except for the fact we now know that my hammers of justice are powerful. And yes, I did just quote that Batman, Brave and the Bold. But that was pretty much it for the adventure. We didn't exactly gain anything, but the next event, my next D&D club will be happening tomorrow, I hope. So you could probably expect the tale to happen on Wednesday, or the day after tomorrow, basically, wherever time you watching this. So I will see you all in the next video. Please subscribe, comment, tell me how this thing's doing, give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Keep gaming.